Dating nowadays is it's AIDS. It is. It just is AIDS. Can I say that? Here's a problem, guys. Here's a problem. And I was thinking about this last night while I was not sleeping. But there's certain terminology. This is gonna change your life. Okay? It's gonna change your life. There's two very important words that girls throw around when they don't actually mean the word that they used. You guys ready for this? First word that girls use is energy. This guy had bad energy, or this guy had good energy. And for a lot of people, they have no fucking clue what that means. And what I mean by a lot of people, I mean guys don't know what it means to have good energy or not. What they mean by having good energy or not having good energy is realistically, how upbeat are you or how confident are you? Having bad energy is meaning you're in a bad mood, you have a bad attitude, you're creepy, so you're shaky, you're scared or timid or whatever. That'd be bad energy versus good energy. But when people think of good energy, for a lot of people, they don't really know how to articulate that for themselves. So it makes any sense on how they could have good or bad energy. That's why for a lot of guys, it goes right over their head as far as what their facial expressions are doing, how they're speaking, the speed of their speech, the tone of their speech. Is their speech going up and down in volume or in pitch? Your body language, the shape that you're even in. All these things go towards your energy, but a girl will never say, oh, you had bad energy because, I don't fucking know, you didn't make eye contact. It's like, why would that be good energy? It's like, it just is. Or your voice was very shaky and like scared or soft or whatever. So that's bad energy. No girl's ever going to say that. They're going to say all-encompassing bad energy or good energy. That's super important to know for yourselves. That's number one. The other thing too is the reason why guys or girls will say they don't like good guys, or I should say they don't like nice guys, is because nice guys are very feminine as far as the decision making, the mannerisms. And I don't mean feminine as far as gay. That's not what I'm saying as far as feminine for guys. You can be a very straight man who has feminine qualities about yourself. And that's what girls will label as a nice guy. I'll say, for example, if you are a nice guy and you're going to take a girl out on a date, a nice thing for a nice guy to do would say, where do you want to go on this date? That's a very feminine thing to do because it's submissive to the girl saying, I'll do whatever you want to do, which then turns into the conversation that everyone wants to fucking die from, which is the girl saying to the guy, well, I'll do whatever you want to do. And then the guy says, well, I just want to make you happy. The girl says, well, I just want to make you happy. And now you're just fucking standing on the corner of a street or outside of your car or in the car doing fucking nothing. That is a guy being nice because I want to make this girl happy and do whatever she wants. And then the guy being a asshole or a bad boy or whatever is the guy being in his more masculine energy. The girl doesn't even get a choice as to where we're going. I'm taking you to this steakhouse, or we're going to the movies, or we're going on this date to this place. That is not necessarily rude or mean, but a nice guy doesn't have the confidence or the assertiveness to do that because they think, oh, I don't want to take a girl somewhere that she doesn't want to go. I want her to be happy. I want her to be happy as much as I possibly can. So I'm going to submit to everything that she wants me to do, or I'm going to try and do everything that I possibly can to make her happy. And then the girl now becomes the guy of the relationship, and girls don't want to do that shit where it's like, well, I want to be taken on a date. I want to be wined and dined. I want to be treated in a certain way. And the guy's like, I'll do all those things for you. Just tell me what you want to do. Just tell me what you want. It's like, I don't want to have to think. That's what girls will say a lot too. I don't want to have to think. I don't want to plan the date. I don't want it to be my decision as to the time and the day and all this shit. I just want to wake up, be pretty, and be taken on a date. Done. And then the guys are the bad boys or the masculine guys or more assertive guys, whether or not they realize they're doing the right thing as far as not caring about what the girl wants to do. That's what the girl wants. Not that she doesn't want to be cared about. She does want to be cared about. And the guy that's doing it in those ways does care, but he's saying, don't worry about it. I'm just picking. Because, like I said, I had this conversation with my mom the other day. Actually, it wasn't even me. It was my mom and my grandma talking to each other, and I was overhearing it. And they're like, oh, do you want to go to the beach today? It's like, well, if you want to, I will. It's like, well, I only want to go because we have a limited time and I want to take you if you want to go. Well, if you want to go and it's not too big of a deal, then I guess we could go. It's like, well, if you don't want to go, then we can pick something else. It's like, well, I'll go if you want to. It's like, holy fuck. Just say we're going to the beach, bro. Like, because that's the thing, is if you said we're going to the beach today, my grandma would have said, okay, done. That's it. Nice guys don't do that shit. Two girls talking to each other don't do that shit. And it makes you want to die in real life. It just is insane. Here's the thing too, bro. As far as being more in your masculine energy, as far as what I was saying, you can look however you want. A really good example of this is if you ever seen Spider-Man 3. And it's very funny and kind of a joke. When Spider-Man becomes kind of like a bad boy and he gets like the black hair and he's walking down the street and he kind of has like the attitude about him, he didn't really change, but his demeanor did. And I know that's a very corny or cheesy example, but that would be a very good example of someone who is more so in the masculine energy versus like in the very first movie, like when he does the whole Spider-Man thing, catches all the stuff on the train, he's holding Mary Jane. This is your big chance to do something. He's like, just kind of walked away, right? Still technically the same guy, but the situation, the demeanor is completely different. Another like, super good example, if you want to see a real top G moment from somebody, is if you ever played Breath of the Wild. There's a Breath of the Wild moment. I can't remember where it is that I didn't really play it that much. I don't know the names of all the shit, but it's like in the desert area where Zelda gets attacked by the Higa tribe and Link just fucks them all up. And she's like laying down or like on the ground or whatever. She just kind of looks up and she just sees Link in front of him. It's like, yes, this is an actual Chad at my service, at my rescue here. It's like this is the type of, not even persona, but I guess personality traits that you want to have. Good and attractive are not the same thing. Yes, exactly. Being a nice guy and a good man is not the same thing. That was the punchline of everything that we were talking about before. Being a nice guy and being a good man are not the same thing. But here's the thing. Think of it this way. If you're considered to be a nice guy, even if it's not you, just picture someone who is a nice guy in your head and imagine them disciplining kids. And when I think of that, I think of a guy who doesn't want to yell at his kids and the kids aren't scared of. They're like, I don't care. You're not going to do anything to me. Not because I'm bigger or stronger than you, but because I know you're not actually going to do anything. You say a bunch of shit, then you do nothing. Versus think of like an old school dad where it's like, yo, you hear him coming up the stairs and you are pissing and shitting every bit of clothing that you have. It's like, I'm about to fucking die, bro. That's the difference. Even though he might not actually do anything, it's just the power within that you're terrified of. It's a real thing, bro. Yes, that's the top fear in life. That's what I'm saying, bro. Or you hear like the door open. It's like, yo, I'm supposed to have done something. I'm supposed to have cut the grass, taken the garbage out, shoveled snow, cleaned this thing, and I didn't do it. All you hear is keys. And you're like, I'm about to die. It's literally over right now, bro. Oh my. Or like running into your room and just pretending to sleep. It's like, I'm supposed to be asleep right now. I just decided I don't care. Yo. Oh, guys, it's too powerful.